Hello and thanks for joining us for the midday news. The move by police personnel to stage a protest over pay issues on January 10th is outright wrong and against the conduct of oath that police personnel swore to when they put on the uniform to serve the people of Papua New Guinea. Deputy Commissioner of Police for Specialist Operation Donald Liambasobi uttered this word when testifying at the Commission of Inquiry into Royal PNG Constabulary January 10th civil unrest in Port Moresby yesterday. Liambasobi said police personnel should not have gone on strike. Rather, they should have addressed these issues with the right people. He added that the additional move to the Parliament House is also wrong.
There is nowhere that we can find that police can go on strike or stage any protest. It is very wrong for police to go on strike.
Prime Minister James Marape officially opened the Coffee Export Office complex in Lae on Thursday, August 1st, 2024. The complex is located in the heart of Lae City. It will be the central hub for all coffee exports and related functions.
The Coffee Export Office complex will serve coffee farmers in exporting coffee overseas. Prime Minister James Marape, when opening the office complex, said coffee is a thriving commodity in the country and more markets are opening overseas to import PNG coffee. He added that the opening of the facility is timely as China recently lifted all biosecurity restrictions on agriculture produce from PNG, including coffee.
Papua New Guinea in a poor line. You are much better off than US citizen. You are much better than off than Australian citizen because you may get ground stop it. The greatest gift Pangu gave at 1975 and alienating ground long Papua New Guineans and blood and Papua New Guinea hold him ground yet. So you got ground finish. Lot ground play you, lot solwater play you and money stop. Walk long people up and now long Panim Road. Long people kissing money, long ground long all that. Instead of stop long settlement long lay, Bumbu, Kamkumu, Papua compound. So you know man no going stop. You second, third generation, I'm trying to place or Babla Pani Whale look at him. You can stop it. You know man also me, ground stop lotari. Ground stop long up. Go back no place for you.
The Prime Minister further acknowledged the Coffee Industry Corporation for the foresight in establishing the complex.
It demands our consistent effort. I'm here and I'm happy to witness CIC, Mr. Dagin, a team here. This like all before line also give him contract, yeah, also give him long 100 million to make him kind house. Mr. Thank you. Liquid money come here. Me come to you because number one, me like to thank you for strategic leadership on CIC. Liquid money, but big work come up. Fighting man on this plan. The reason why Papua New Guinea move here for the last 48, 49 years, you may stop waiting big money now. Money you may waste him, you don't make him work. No, got assembly you may work. But thank you for CIC. Liquid money, big work. This is like 10 million. Some levels are talking about 100 million to make this land house.
The event was attended by government leaders, coffee farmers, and stakeholders. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Minister Bando has announced that the government is putting together a national coffee policy, which will be grounded in principles of sustainability, inclusivity, and economic empowerment. He said the policy aims to enhance productivity, improve quality standards, and ensure that the benefits of the coffee industry are widely shared, particularly among smallholder farmers.
This la tupla law, CIC Act, the CIC Constitution, but me bla maritime this la tupla. Tupla sa one bla ronical north, nala sa ronical south. Now plenty heavy sa come up la CIC Coffee Industry Corporation, emlo this la tupla law. One bla emino law is a subservient law. Unfortunately, this industry has been run by the subservient law. And that needs to be changed. That needs to be changed. So that bill is ready. That bill is ready to be consulted. We have a linen mint board representing the coffee growers, coffee farmers, coffee exporters, non-ex-officers, and then we will bring the numbers down, almost 13, and we bring down to 5 or 6 board members. Let's get into the business of running coffee.
Turning abroad to Australia, in the wake of the government's response to the recommendations made by the Disability Royal Commission, advocates and those living with a disability are hopeful the momentum of change will not let up. In Canberra, they say more could still be done to help people living with a disability access meaningful inclusivity employment.
It's a morning on the phones for 24-year-old Charlotte Bailey.
Hello, ACT Down Syndrome. This is Charlotte Bailey speaking. I obviously work here at DSID. I do emails, birthday cards, I type documents, type speeches, and I'm also the ACT Employment Ambassador.
Ms. Bailey says she will not let Down syndrome stop her from working, currently as a receptionist and at a local club. But there are things employers can do to make it inclusive.
People can help me if I get stuck, and I just want to be paid like everybody else.
The Commonwealth has responsibility for employment, particularly disability enterprises where people can be paid below minimum wage. But advocates say the ACT could have gone further than leaving reform of those subject to further consideration. Of the 108 recommendations the Territory signalled acceptance of, it did agree to do more on inclusive employment quotas in the ACT public service.
If there was money for community sector organisations such as ours to work with employers to help build capacity employers to employ people with intellectual disability, to help carve jobs for people with intellectual disability.
Particularly the ACT public sector is only one part of the employment picture in this town. We would want to see more effort given to encouraging private employers to step up.
Not the time for governments to turn their back.
More than a quarter of people experiencing homelessness in Tasmania are under 18. Those at the front line say the number of children and teenagers seeking help are growing, and the state needs to rethink its approach to youth homelessness services.
Lydia has been experiencing housing insecurity since she was kicked out of home in August last year. After moving through several homeless shelters in her home state of Western Australia, she came to Tasmania for a fresh start. She's only 17.
My house was had free spots, so I came here and life's just generally been better.
She is one of 7 girls living at Mara House in Hobart, a youth homeless shelter for young women aged 13 to 20 run by social enterprise Colony 47.
The number of young people who are experiencing homelessness is disproportionately high in Hobart and across the state, and it's rising.
Last year, there were more than 1,700 instances of children and young people aged between 8 and 17 presenting without a parent or guardian to specialist homelessness services in Tasmania. And service providers are concerned the age of those needing support is getting younger.
We've had an increase of young people aged 12 accessing with us due to experiencing the family unit experiencing homelessness.
A new report released by Mission Australia backs the experiences of Colony 47, finding 10% of Tasmanian young people surveyed, aged between 15 and 19, have experienced homelessness within the last 12 months. The report also revealed more than half of those young people suffered poor mental health.
While Colony 47 provides support across multiple programs and 2 youth shelters in Hobart, they often can't meet demand.
My best friend might have to move because we're at capacity to the younger version of Mara.
There definitely needs to be much more. In housing and school ways, in every way there needs to be a bit of an upgrade.
Collaborative and clear and combined service and services would really benefit those that are experiencing homelessness.
Tasmanian Housing Minister Felix Ellis says the government spends $8 million a year on short-term crisis and transitional accommodation for young people and takes an integrated approach to supporting them. A critical issue facing one of Tasmania's most vulnerable demographics.
Back home, BSB Financial Group has announced its sponsorship of the 27th Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Samoa in October 2024. This event will be the first CHOMG hosted in the Pacific Island. Group CEO Mark Robinson confirmed a sponsorship of 350,000 British pounds, almost 1.8 million kina. The forum will gather senior business leaders and government officials to discuss trade and investment under the theme One Resilient Common Future, Transforming Our Commonwealth. Robinson expressed gratitude to Samoa's Prime Minister Afioga Mataafa for her government's support. BSP will actively participate in discussions and lead roundtable sessions during the forum. We now cross over to Terry Longboot, who is at the Port Moresby Southside Stadium for the captain's run of the National Women's Competition. Matches kick off with 6 participating teams this Saturday. Over to you, Terry.
Thank you, Rexy. Yes, it's captain's run here today at the Moresby Southside Stadium. This is for the first ever inaugural Women's National Rugby League competition, which officially kicks off tomorrow at the Santos National Football Stadium. Under naming rights sponsor Santos, the competition is called Santos Cup and will feature 6 women's franchises, which is Vipers, Dabaris, Gurias, Tigers, Lahanis and Eagles. And of course the women's games will run concurrently or parallel with the men's competition, culminating in the grand final on September 15. I'm very privileged today to also joined by PNG RFL Governance and Development General Manager, Tony Archer. How are you doing, man?
Hey, good, Terry. How are you?
Yes, very well, thanks. Okay, PNG Rugby League is going into another pathway. I think this is the biggest in a long time, especially with the women's rugby league, with the introduction of the National Women's Competition.
Yeah, historical day for PNG Rugby League tomorrow, when we've got 6 of our clubs having a women's team national competition. It's exciting times for the game over here at the moment, and every step that we take, as you know, and we learned from the national championships in Goroka, our females play such an important part in this game, and this just gives an opportunity for every player in this country who are female to participate at the highest level.
Alrighty, and of course this is something that's been in the making for what, the last year or so?
Yeah, something we conceptualised recently at the end of last year, and worked with our clubs, and our clubs have been really supportive of it. So really looking forward to the kick-off on Saturday and some exciting rugby league.
All right, and all the teams are already in place. I think the big launch last night was the launching pad for this women's tournament here.
Yeah, the launch, all the players are here. They're getting ready for the game, captain's run, and ready for kick-off and the excitement tomorrow.
All right, and we got the 6 teams that will compete over the balance of the season, with the grand final on December 15th.
Yeah.
That's pretty much on track, yeah?
Yeah, they play everyone once and then into a semi-final series and then grand final on the big day of the 15th of September.
All righty, Tony, thank you very much for your time again. We'll catch up tomorrow.
No worries, Terry. Thanks very much.
And that's all we have live from the Southside Stadium here. Don't forget to join us again tomorrow from 1 o'clock with all the rugby league competition, especially the women's competition, right through, and of course the main match tomorrow. We'll see Tumbe up against Iso. So with that, it's back to you, Rexy.
Thanks, Terry, for that update. And that ends our news update. Do join us at 6 tonight for more news and sports.